magiging napakalaking problema natin in the future. Itong industry na to is napakalaki ng need ng humanity because
according to WHO, by year 2050, half of the population will become nearsighted.
A study has found that half of the world's population will be myopic or short-sighted by the year 2050.
Will be myopic or short-sighted by the year 2050.
60% of that galing from Southeast Asia. Actually, 12 years old below, bawal ang cellphone.
Marami sa mga nasa ganong edad ngayon, ang talagang babad sila sa iPad, sa cellphone, TV. Most of them talagang nasisira yung mata.
Yeah.
Isang batang nakaranas ng sintomas ng stroke dahil sa sobrang pag-gadget.
Pandemic, ang daming bata na nagkagrado kahit wala namang grado.
Bakit?
Sobrang gadget, digital devices is actually a digital cocaine.
Mas madali kasi mag-play ng Cocomelon. Kung hindi natin maaayos yung behavior towards cellphone, gadgets, and all, talagang magiging weak yung susunod na generation.
80% of learning came from vision. That's why it's very important na you have a very efficient vision.
Alright, so good morning, good afternoon, and good evening mga boss. Masasabi ba nating okay ang mata natin kung meron tayong 20/20 vision? Makakasama natin ngayon ang brand owner ng iFix Optics. At ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay tungkol sa ating mga mata. So, i-welcome natin, walang iba, si Dr. Caroline Andrade. Welcome, Doc!
Hey, sir.
Ayan, okay. So, what you're actually doing is clinical practice for pediatric optometry. Kwento mo sa amin tungkol saan yan?
Handle ko naman lahat, all ages. Yun lang, nag-specialize lang ako with kids. Pediatric optometry practice kasi we do comprehensive eye exam. There's a lot of series of tests para makapag-prescribe tayo sa bata. And pinaka-importanting part to prescribe eyeglasses for kids is yung retinoscopy and wet refractions.
Kasi sa mall, pag nagpunta ako, meron silang device. May titignan ka dun sa machine nila, makikita na nila dun ano ang grado mo, tapos tsaka kanila bibigyan ng tamang sukat ng salamin. Bakit iba yung process ninyo?
Part din siya ng process namin. Nung nag-aral kami nung college, lahat ng patient namin, they have to undergo 21 visual tests.
21 visual tests? Eh ngayon, isang tingin na lang pwede na, di ba?
Oo. Kasi sa pediatrics, madaming clinical assessment. Kailangan namin ma-check yung eye health, visual integrity, and then yung visual processing,
right,
and then yung eye teaming. Kasi di ba, we have two eyes. Iba yung nakikita ng kanan, iba yung nakikita ng kaliwa. So, kailangan, pag tumingin ka sa isang bagay, nagkikita sila at a certain point for you to be able to see a single image. And also, yung focusing mechanism ng eyes natin, yung shift natin from near to far, far to near, kailangan na maintain natin yung image na clear.
Yes.
Through that shifting.
Maraming may problema na sa mata na ganun lang ginawa nila, nagpasukat lang, nagsalamin, not knowing na marami pa palang series of tests para tama talaga yung maibigay sa inyo.
This pandemic, ang daming bata na nagkagrado kahit wala namang grado.
Bakit?
Di ba nakulong tayo? Lahat ng ginagawa natin nakatapas sa gadget.
Correct.
Hindi tayo lumalabas, hindi tayo naaarawan. Napaka-importante kasi yung araw sa elongation ng eyeball natin. Since walang araw, medyo nagkaroon ng rapid elongation yung mga eyeball ng mga bata. So yung iba, naging permanent, yung iba naging transient lang naman. Yung iba na nag-visit sa amin, so nare-reverse pa namin. Meron kasi tayo tinatawag na pseudo-nearsightedness, as if you have nearsightedness pero wala naman. It can be organic, it can be functional. So functional if you are engaged to too much near activities like reading, too much cellphone, computer, is the functional. And then the organic, it can be psychological. Pwede rin, you had a head trauma, you had brain problem, nagkaroon ng mga brain diseases, mayroon kang mga medication na nainom na ayun yung side effect niya na nag-stimulate siya doon sa sinatawag natin na ciliary muscles. Siya yung responsible for focusing. Pag nag-sobrang stimulate siya, nagpuproduce siya ng higher grade of nearsightedness. That's why we have to undergo the wet refraction to relax yung accommodation ng patient, ma-reveal yung totoo. Kung meron man siya nearsighted, at least we don't overcorrect.
Anong ginagawa nyo sa clinic ninyo?
First, history taking is napaka-importante. Ano yung reason of visit? Ano yung mga complaint? Ano yung pinaka-reason kung ba't ka nandito sa kliniko? Lifestyle? What time you sleep?
Series talaga?
Yes. Kasi from the history taking, you will know kung saan ka pupunta. Kung ano yung possible problema ng pasyente mo from the history taking itself pa lang. Like what I said, we have 21 visual tests, pero hindi naman lahat yun ay ginagawa namin sa mga pasyente namin. May mga supplemental tests lang kaming ginagawa. Pero meron kaming mga basic procedure na kailangan naming gawin para lang malaman namin kung ano talaga yung case ng patient.
Ang ganda ng business model nyo, why? Pag sinabi kasi pediatric, that is from infant to 18 years old, tama?
Yeah.
Marami sa mga nasa ganong edad ngayon, ang talagang babad sila sa iPad, sa cellphone, TV, talagang nasisira yung mata.
Yeah.
Ang ginagawa lang usually ng mga magulang is dadalhin sa mall. Pagdating sa mall, ipapatest doon sa machine. Pag test doon sa machine, ito yung grado ng mata, i-issuean ng salamin. Marami pa rin mga bata ang nagkakaroon ng migraine, masakit ang ulo nila, may headache sila, hindi nawawala yun kahit pa na may salamin na sila. Ang reason pala, hindi sapat yung test na yon. Dahil sa series of test na yon, accurately nalalaman ninyo kung ano talaga yung nababagay na grado sa kanila. Halimbawa, nagpunta na sa isang eye center, bumili ng salamin. Meron bang instances na may salamin na sila, tapos nagpunta pa sa inyo dahil hindi mawala-wala yung problem?
Nangyayari yun. For example, nagpa-check up siya, masyadong pagod yung mata ng bata. So, mataas yung grado na nabibigay. Tendency, that moment, nung chinek siya, yun yung state ng eyes niya. Yun yung grado. And then once na-relax, pwede siyang bumaba. Yun yung nangyayari sa mga pseudo-nearsightedness. It can fluctuate. Kasi it's a transient blurring of vision lang siya. Pwede siyang bumaba, pwede siyang tumaas. Yung iba, emotional yung cause.
Ganon?
Nagdaming lumalabas na mga ganong cases. Nowadays kasi mga bata sobrang babad sa gadget.
Yeah.
Actually, 12 years old below, bawal mag-cellphone.
Bawal mag-cellphone ng 12 years old below. Why?
Yung frequency ng cellphone is almost the same with the frequency of the microwave. Actually, yung 5G, mas mataas pa sa frequency ng microwave. Nababago niya yung brain development ng mga bata. If you will ask parents nowadays, do they buy baby mobile? Doon nasa taas ng crib. Most of them, hindi na sila bumibili. Mga baby rattle, baby toys. Once natuto ang bata na mag-grasp, ang una ng pinapagamit ay cellphone. You can notice the behavior of children nowadays are different. Pag tinanggal mo yung gadget, they have this aggression because you can research digital devices is actually a digital cocaine. That's why nababago yung behavior nila. 3 months old, 5 months old, you let them watch cellphone holding it. Ang frequency niya parang microwave, di ba? So, parang niluluto mo slowly yung brain ng bata. Though hindi lang siya kasing intense ng microwave because you're in an open space, unlike microwave na enclosed. That's why it can produce that heat. Pero if they're doing that every day, iba yung child development nila.
So what's the best thing that parents can do?
The only way to stimulate the brain is to move. Most of the children, they don't move. They don't play.
Oh, let them play.
Yeah.
Kailangan pawisan, yung mataya-taya, tumbang preso, di ba? Luksong baka nung araw, ganyan, di ba?
Yes. If you want to stimulate your left brain, you have to move your right.
Whether you are left-handed or right-handed.
Yes. So, opposite kasi lagi yung function ng brain natin sa body natin. Kung gusto mong ma-stimulate both side of the brain, of course, you have to move both side of your body. For example, jumping jack, trampoline, jumping rope, you're stimulating your brain. Hindi na rin sila nagpe-play ng Play-Doh. Hindi na kasi nadidevelop yung fine motor skills. So, yung fine motor skills, pag ginagalaw mo yung kamay mo, na-stimulate mo din yung brain, yung eye-hand coordination. So, yung baby mobile, why is it important? Pag nakita mo yung bata sumusunod, you know there's a brain stimulation kasi nagpa-follow siya eh. Pag nagre-reach out siya sa toy, doon sa baby mobile, alam mo na there's something stimulating.
Yeah, usually kasi yung mga parents ngayon, mas madali kasi mag-play ng Cocomelon eh.
Yes, because mabait sila. In the long run, habang lumalaki sila, hindi na sila mabait.
Kung hindi natin maaayos yung behavior towards cellphone, gadgets, and all, talagang magiging weak yung susunod na generation.
That's why I'm reaching sa mga teachers. I do webinar, training, seminar with the teachers sa Department of Education because I'm giving awareness with this one kasi after the pandemic, they become very dependent with mobile phones, GC, doon sila nagsasend ng assignment. As a parents, hindi na namin makontrol yung gamit. Lagi ang excuse ng bata. Magsasend ng message si teacher. We're waiting for this galing kay teachers. Iyon yung nagiging excuse. Ibalik pa rin natin yung normal na kailangan nilang magsulat. Kasi iba yung nagsusulat ka eh. Once nagsusulat ka, na-store siya sa subconscious mind mo eh. Mas mabilis ka makakapag-memorize kapag sinulat mo kesa binasa mo lang.
At lahat yan is connected sa mata natin.
Oh yes, because 80% of learning came from vision. That's why it's very important na you have a very efficient vision.
What are the opportunities that you can actually offer sa mga nanonood na to, especially sa mga business owners? Kasi napakaganda ng advocacy mo eh. And business owners would want to support that advocacy na makatulong para sa mas maraming tao. Ano yung opportunity na po pwede natin ibigay?
Mas maganda madami tayo mga train na young optometrists to venture with this practice kasi we have to save the children as young as 5 months old. Kasi pag yung late mo na silang nakuha, it's too late. Unlike when na-check up mo sila as young as 5 months old and then na-monitor sila, we can save vision. Kasi according to WHO, by year 2050, half of the population will become nearsighted. But that's only a projection. 60% of that galing from Southeast Asia. If we can do something today, yung projection na yun ng WHO, it will not happen.
How are you able to magnify this advocacy?
We give awareness sa mga parents sa school eh. Because that's second to the family.
Yes.
Kung ano rin pati yung rulings ni teachers, sometimes mas yun yung pinapollow ng mga bata. Especially yung generation ngayon they don't listen with the parents. Most of them, they listen with teacher.
Social media.
Yeah, other people.
Basically, what you're looking for is collaboration with practitioners.
Yes.
And also an investor who wants to dominate this industry. Itong industry na to is napakalaki ng need ng humanity because magiging napakalaking problema natin in the future.
Yes, especially yung too much gadget usage. Actually, I don't prescribe the blue lens. For example, nung pandemic na uso yung blue lens, I don't normally prescribe that with my patients. Lalo na kung wala namang grado. Bakit? Because nagiging complacent si parents eh. Sasabihin nila, ay, naka-glasses naman eh. May protection. Binibigyan mo pa sila ng reason para mag-gadget, which is bawal nga eh.
Para mapalaki natin tong advocacy na to, Doktora is actually looking for an investor who would help her may scale up yung business niya, especially sa mga eye clinics ng iFix Optics na po pwedeng mapunta sa different location. She is actually now encouraging mga practitioners, mga optometrists, matulungan siya. So napakaganda na advocacy and as well, napakagandang opportunity. Doktora, baka meron ka pang nakalimutan, gustong batiin, pasalamatan?
Sa dress ko. Si franchisee ako ni Ma'am Eden. Eden Ramirez La Moda of the Bell. We're helping yung mga local embroiderer. We give opportunities sa kanila and then of course, makontinue yung culture natin with embroidery. Mga Pilipiniana dress natin. We support local.
Yes.
And then of course, I want to share din na when it comes to vision, importante din ang nutrition. No? In our clinic, we do a holistic approach. Hindi lang yung eye health ang tinitingnan natin. The whole well-being, even the mind and emotions nila is very important. This vitamin D.
Anong brand yan?
iFern. Very good siya sa mga patient with nearsightedness. It can help control the increase of nearsightedness ng mga patient. But of course, with the right diagnosis, prescription, and type of lens and lifestyle together with the nutrition. It's a combination. Hindi lang siya talaga isa lang. Talagang we need to change holistically. And then this one, Fern Active, it's very good for, may vitamin B siya for the nerves. So for example, yung mga eye twitching and stress, good for stress relief din siya. Pang alertness, pag medyo antukin or lagi nagpupuyat, mas maganda siya. Siyempre, kasama rin yung calcium. For example, yung mga patient natin na laging nasa computer, nagkakaroon sila ng neck and back pain. So it helps malesen yung pain nila. Of course, kailangan yung proper posture din kasi yung proper ergonomics, yung computer kailangan below eye level and then yung feet mo kailangan nasa floor and yung arm para yung structure mo pag nag-computer ka, hindi ka nakaslouch. Kasi pag nakaslouch, dyan siya nag-start sumakit.
Paano ka nila makokontak, Doktora?
Send message po doon sa aming page, sa iFix Optics na page po, and have an appointment po.
I strongly suggest and recommend, kontakin niyo po si Doktora Caroline Andrade. Meron po siyang Facebook, meron siyang TikTok. Dr. Cali naman siya sa YouTube. Pakipalo na lang din po siya. So yan mga boss, diretso na kayo mag-message kay Doktora kung meron kayong problema sa mata, kung meron kayong gusto i-consulta, at kung gusto ninyong maging venture itong ganitong kagandang business na may kasamang advocacy din. At syempre, alam naman natin na sa panahon talaga natin ngayon, ang mga kabataan babad talaga sa cellphone. Kaya kailangan din talaga natin ma-address yan, mga boss, ha? Especially sa mga parents na nandyan. Lalo na kung OFW ka, hindi mo nababantayan yung anak mo dito sa Pilipinas, malaking problema yan pag hindi natin na-address yan. And also, do not forget to subscribe and click that notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa ating mga future videos. And also, do not forget to follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. At pakisundan nyo na rin po kami sa Spotify dahil available po lahat ng video ni Boss RDR sa audio format sa Spotify. Maraming salamat, Doktora.
Thank you.
Makita-kita tayo muli sa susunod na episode ng RDR Collab.